I am Beardmohbox and welcome to Madden's Top 100 Players of 2016. This week we'll be looking at numbers 60 through 51, meaning obviously that by the time this video is finished we'll be halfway done with this list. This week we have a couple of guys turning up who you would struggle to think of 50 players better than, but that's the nature of the list. And in that nature we also have two guys that didn't even play this season, and we have the first of those at number 60. It's TERRELL SUGGS, right outside linebacker for the Baltimore Ravens with an overall of 93. Now SUGGS is starting to get a bit older and you can see that in his 76 speed, but he's also got 94 awareness, 92 tackling and 87 play recognition, and that makes him the second highest rated overall right outside linebacker in the game. Now this season SUGGS got injured in week 1, but for the past 5 years when he's played 16 games, he's never dropped below 10 sacks. Moving on to number 59, where we have right guard TJ Lang of the Green Bay Packers with an overall of 93. Now Lang is the third highest rated right guard in the game, and you can see he deserves that when you look at his pass and run blocking as well as his 90 rated awareness. He's also super durable, never having missed more than 2 games in 5 years, but he's never been to the Pro Bowl, so that's still something he needs to be recognized for. At number 58 we have someone surprisingly low, ADRIAN Peterson, running back of the Minnesota Vikings with an overall of 93. Now he may be low on this list, but he's not being underrated. 91 speed, 94 agility, 93 trucking, 94 vision. Madden have got down how good Peterson is. It's just a bit of a surprise that he's only number 58. Also surprising is that Peterson is only the third highest rated running back on the game, but he's reached the level where leading the league in rushing yards with 1,485 and being tied for first in touchdowns is still disappointing in terms of what Peterson is capable of. Up next at number 57, our second Packers player of this episode, JORDY Nelson, wide receiver with an overall of 93. When you look at Nelson's stats, you can tell why he was so missed this season. 95 route running, 96 catching and 94 spectacular catch. Nelson comes in as the 9th highest rated wide receiver on the game, despite having played 0 games last season after going down to an ACL tear in training camp. Number 56 is DEVIN MCCOURTY, free safety for the New England Patriots, our first overall of 94. McCourty is the 4th highest rated free safety, and in terms of coverage he's got it all. 93 zone coverage, 88 player recognition, 89 awareness, 90 speed, but his tackling is a little low. He did play well this year and put up some good numbers, but in terms of stats alone, it wasn't close to his best. At number 55 we have ALSHON JEFFERY, wide receiver for the Chicago Bears, an overall of 94. Jeffrey is the 8th highest rated wide receiver on the game with a surprisingly high awareness rating of 92 for a guy that's only played 3 years, as well as 95 route running, 96 catching and 98 spectacular catch. He did struggle with injury this season but still went for 807 yards, and a healthy season would likely have been his best. At number 54 we have breakout star of the year, Josh Norman, cornerback for the Carolina Panthers, overall of 94. Now Norman has great stats with 97 zone coverage, 92 man coverage, but he's only the 2nd highest rated cornerback in the game, leaving the question, who's rated higher than him? He obviously had a great season, 19 pass deflections, 4 interceptions, before quarterbacks just stopped throwing to his side. At number 53 we have the question we just asked answered with TYRANN MATHIEU, cornerback, Arizona Cardinals, overall of 94. Obviously the highest rated cornerback in the game. Now this is more down to a mispositioning by Madden, as MATHIEU does tend to play safety more often, but when you look at the stats he deserves to be the highest rated cornerback. 97 zone coverage, 98 man coverage. And his stats say the same thing, 89 tackles, 5 interceptions before he got injured late in the season. At number 52, Drew BREES, quarterback for the New Orleans Saints, overall of 94, and I think this is a guy who's always been underrated, and the fact he's only number 52 proves that. Forget the Madden stats, BREES led the league in passing yards again this season, and I mean again. He's accomplished that feat 6 times since 2006, meaning that in the last 10 years, Drew BREES has led the league more often than he hasn't. He's also led the league in touchdowns 4 times. Finishing up this episode at number 51 is Delanie Walker, tight end for the Tennessee Titans, an overall of 94. Walker is the third highest rated tight end in Madden, meaning only 2 tight ends are better than him, yet some of his stats are still a bit low, only 82 route running, 89 catching, 75 catch in traffic, but he's got very good run block strength for a tight end with 82. Walker finally started getting the recognition he deserved this year with a Pro Bowl nod after 94 receptions for over 1,000 yards. That does it for this episode. I do hope you enjoyed it. We are starting to get into some very interesting players now, and the closer we get to the best players in each position group, the more kind of little controversies we start to find. With that said, don't forget to come back next week and check out numbers 50 through 41, and don't forget to subscribe.
Oh my god, play!
Hey, you made it to the end of the video. If you haven't seen the previous video yet, you can do that by clicking here. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, you can do that by clicking here and subscribing. New videos every Friday and Sunday, and sometimes Wednesdays too.